Canary Black is a 2024 British action thriller film directed by Pierre Morel and starring Kate Beckinsale as CIA operative Avery Graves. In the film, Graves is blackmailed by terrorists into betraying her country to save her kidnapped husband. Cut off from her team, she turns to underworld contacts to locate the intelligence the kidnappers demand. Avery Graves is a CIA agent who steals a drive from a building in Tokyo. Then she comes home to the third anniversary with her husband David. Later she meets Jarvis, her boss at the CIA. They speak of Kenji, who was using a business facade to ship arms to terrorists. She comes home to find it trashed and her husband missing. A phone on the table says to get the Canary Black file by midnight and mentions a detainee number, or her husband dies. She asks for proof of life and is able to speak with her husband. A hacker friend helps Avery locate the last call to the phone, and gives her the address. She then goes to work and searches for the detainee number, Laszlo Stoica. She goes to the address, and finds her husband's wedding ring and a phone on a table. She receives a call saying she has stepped on a pressure-sensitive bomb. She opens the floor, sees that the device is a bouncing Betty, effortlessly rips the leg off the sturdy table, triggers the bomb by taking the weight off her foot, and as the bomb flies straight up she bats it out the window. The explosion takes out the side of the building and leaves her slightly sooty. She gives a middle finger to the camera that is monitoring her and runs out the building and jumps in her car. Agent Maxfield tells Avery about the detainee and links it to Callie, who got his hands on a top-secret file whose scope is deadly. She talks her way in to see the detainee, roughs him up, pulls out his fake tooth, but the secret container in it is empty. She fights her way out of the facility, and is now on the wanted list. Evans tells Jarvis that Canary Black is said to be a top-secret master list of blackmail material for all government personnel. Avery calls Jarvis from his own home and tells him her husband has been kidnapped. Soon thereafter, CIA storms Avery's place. Avery gets a video call of her husband tied and beaten. It's now 8 p.m., only 4 hours remaining. She meets with Jarvis in his car, but is suddenly captured by the CIA. Jarvis had trapped her. As the car is driving away with her, another car with masked men shoots at them. Her car is toppled, but she manages to escape. A masked man attacks, but she stabs him with his own knife. It is her neighbor Niklaus, but he dies before she can get anything out of him. Evans meets with Breznov and they form a partnership. Avery checks into a hotel under an assumed name with guns and arms. She climbs out, and enters Evans's room. She puts a mute mask on Evans and asks him for his account password. But the password doesn't work because the account is frozen and can be accessed only with computers inside PLK Technologies. She calls her hacker friend and asks for a CIA server secure access. The hacker friend gets a drone and Avery rides it into PLK Technologies, logs into the server with the password and copies Canary Black files. She escapes the building on the same drone. They finally see what is on Canary Black. It's not a blackmail list, but a virus that causes computer systems to crash, a doomsday virus for each country. Avery texts Jarvis to track her phone and goes to answer the phone about her kidnapped husband, but a man tasers and kidnaps her. Breznov transmits a video to the Global Unification Summit about his access to Canary Black, the geo-targeted computer virus, which can end internet usage and create a stock market crash. He requests a ransom of 1% of GDP of every country, roughly $1 trillion. As an example, he targets Singapore, cutting off all power. Jarvis follows the phone and finds the hideout, but is apprehended by Breznov, who kills him. The CIA locates his body by using his watch, which contains a tracking device. Her husband David is shot while Avery is hanging from the chains. But, surprisingly, David grabs a knife and murders everyone around him. It turns out that David informed Breznov about Canary Black. David confesses that he is Callie. Ransom money slowly begins to flow in, but David destroys the ability to spread the virus. Avery kills Breznov and successfully prevents the virus from uploading completely. Avery returns the ring to David, saying their marriage is beyond repair. The CIA arrives, David flees, but Avery is arrested. Elizabeth Mills shows up while Avery is being held and offers her a position at MC6, a new organization that takes on missions of the utmost importance and level of danger, rather than in prison. As Avery walks outside, she notices her wedding ring on a handrail, confirming that her husband is still alive. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.